In this week's episode, I am coaching Eimer, who lives in Sydney, Australia, a young, beautiful, very gentle woman who struggles with self-confidence and having ADHD and just the panic of what people might think of her and what they say about her. And we really tune into the different voices in her head and which ones she wants to listen to and which one serves her best in terms of her to be the woman that she wants to be and to be able to walk through life in a much easier way. If self-confidence and people pleasing and worrying what people think is something that you struggle with, then this is the conversation for you. So today I am joined with the beautiful Eimer, who lives in Sydney, Australia. I think you're my furthest afield client to date. Thank you for being here today. If you could have clarity in any way in the next 45 minutes that we're going to speak, what would you like to have it on?
I'd like some guidance on self-confidence, like how to be more open and how to set boundaries for myself around others, if that makes sense.
Around others, so how to set boundaries with yourself, with other people.
Yeah.
So just give me a little, a couple of minutes on how this looks for you in the day-to-day. Like, where are you at with all this right now?
So I have ADHD. So when I'm around others, it's like there's a block, kind of. Like, it's like I see what other people are doing and I'm like, I can do that. But then when I go to do it, I'm like, I can't do that. It's not the same.
And what?
Like, I give everything to everybody. And then before I give everything to myself, really, if that makes sense.
Totally. So and I'm going to just throw stuff out and you point me in the direction of what fits and what doesn't fit, and you lead the way. Okay. So what I'm hearing is you worry about everybody else first before you consider yourself.
Yes.
And how is that for you? Like, how's that showing up in your life?
Well, it stops me from doing stuff. So it stops me from remembering how to do stuff. Like, sometimes I'll go to people and I'll be like, oh, hey! And people go, oh, what's wrong? Or I'll just be very quiet and very blank and not there. Like, on Saturday, I started with a new company for a traffic control company that I work with.
Yeah.
And I went to a party because they had a work party and everybody else knew everybody. And I was the one person that was the kind of like the new kid.
Yeah. And
so everyone was like, oh, trying to accommodate. And then at one point there was like 2 girls that I knew and a couple that I didn't. And I think one of the girls that I didn't know asked one of the 2 girls that did know me, and I overheard them saying, oh, that's so sad and things like that. And I was thinking, why is it so sad? Like, what's wrong? There's nothing wrong. Like, it's just a different way of living life type thing. But like, it's made me overthink it. Like, it's made me go back over and over and over that situation, kind of like a block. Like, I just can't get past that block. And it's really annoying.
Tell me about the block, because you've said that a couple of times, and I'm curious to know what this block is for you. Like, what does that look like?
It's like I keep reliving it, and I just can't get past reliving that situation over. So, like, say if something major happens, like anything major that happens, I will think about that situation over and 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 over again until I'm like pale and white, and people say there's something wrong with you, woman, stop overthinking, and then I'll keep over and over and over and over and over and over and over thinking.
Okay, so it gets you, so this block gets you completely and utterly stuck in a narrative, in a conversation with yourself that doesn't allow you to move forward. It's just going round and round and round and round in circles.
Yeah.
And what's it saying? What's it saying? What's the nature of it? So let's go to the party, because it's, you know, that's pretty recent. So what's the conversation you're having with yourself about that?
Well, first it was like, why are they saying things like that? That was number one.
Yeah.
Then number two was,
yeah,
why are they saying something like that? And then I said, I know I'm different, but what's that difference got to do with them? Like, we're all different.
So already,
and then I thought,
hold on. So Eimer, I just want to pause you there, because already there's two different voices there. Okay. One is quite a positive, self-serving voice of, well, I know I'm different, but what's that got to do with them? You know, that's quite a supportive, helpful conversation to have with yourself. And the other one of, why are they saying that? Why are they saying that? That's going down like a rabbit hole. That's like a negative. So you've already got two things on the table that are very different, and it's at this stage of which one you want to follow. Now, I'm guessing, because you've got this block, and I love this sort of analogy of this block that you can't get past, and this going round in circles in front of this block. I'm guessing I know which road you're going down. But I just want to point out already that there are resources inside of you that you can use here in order to get you removing that block.
Yeah. Following the positive.
Yeah, so you've got a positive and a negative, or whatever you want to call it. Like, what would you like to call these two voices?
Positive and a negative. The angel and the devil.
Angel and the devil, amazing. Okay, so we've got the angel and the devil. So now we've separated those two voices. Just tell me a bit more about this going round and round in circles. Let's just unpack it a touch more.
Well, then I keep saying, well, I'm different, but we're all different. Sure. So why is this a big issue? Yep. And I keep saying that over and over and over. And then I keep thinking, well, if my difference is so different, should I be the same as them? And then I go, no, stop that. Stop being silly.
Can you see the fight? So this battle that you're having with yourself, right?
Yeah.
So which one feels better to you? The angel or the devil?
The positive voice.
The positive.
The angel.
The angel. So tell me about the characteristics of the angel. Let's look at that, because I'm going to go with, you know, the devil back to front, inside out and upside down, and you know what the devil says to you repeatedly, because you live with this devil every day. And what I'm here to do for you is to get you past this block of, get you past the devil and the block that this devil creates. And the only way you're going to do that is with your angel, because your devil ain't going to get you. But normally what happens, and don't worry, we all do it, by the way, every single solitary one of us, our default mode is to listen to this inner critic, what you call the devil, this very negative force that lives within inside you, and then you make that your reality. And we don't give enough breathing space and enough time to this beautiful angel that sits on your shoulder, wanting to help you and serve you and push you forward in the direction that you want to go.
Yeah.
So what's coming up as I'm saying all of that? Yeah.
Yeah. But then I think, that like the positive is right in front of my face going, hello, I'm right here. But the negative is over, like, just a bit out of, just in front where I can see it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like right in front of, in my eye line where I can see it. Because when I was younger, I was bullied. So I think, and the way the girl said it the other night,
Yeah.
it's kind of the same way the girls in the high school would say certain things.
So
But
I think we have company. Hello? Hold on. Emma? She's gone. I've got a meeting with her later. I think she's tuning in to see if it all works. Okay. So they're both here. So you've got a vision of both of them.
yeah,
Which one are you looking at?
I'm looking at the negative, but the positive is like within earshot.
So
the positive is speaking.
And what's the positive saying, Eimer?
She's saying, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
They're just talking because they're trying to understand you better.
Yeah.
There's nothing to worry about. It's just their way of speaking. And then the negative is saying...
Hold on. We're going to get there. Promise you.
Okay.
So don't worry about it. It's just their way of speaking. They're trying to understand you, right? What do you want to say back to that? To be in conversation?
I say, I know.
Yeah.
I know this. But I said, it doesn't, the way, like, that. I was thinking, why don't they just say it to me? Why do they have to say it when I'm within earshot but out of view? So, like, I'm all for people to come up to me and say, how can I help you?
Well, these people
but if they say it behind...
Well, these people don't know you. So they don't know what you're like. They don't know that you're okay with that. They don't understand any of that. That's not even in their awareness, right? So they're having a little conversation, not really understanding any of its impact on you. But actually, it's not really about them. It's just how this situation is showing up for you and how you can step forward and how you can remove this block that sits in front of your face and actually get past this rabbit hole and get past this negative spiral of conversation that keeps happening for you. Because I'm guessing this isn't the first time that this happens, right? This probably happens quite often.
No. Yeah.
So...
Yeah, it does happen quite often.
Okay. So the angel's saying, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's just who they are. It's just their way of conversing. It's nothing to do with you. What else is it saying? Oh, she's back again. Hi, Emma. Emma. Oh. Sorry.
That's all right.
What else is it saying?
It's saying there's a big world out there. There are only a few tiny people they might have to work with for a little while, but they're not your forever path, so don't worry about them.
Wow, your angel is really resourceful. And what are you seeing when you look at the angel? Like, what does the angel look like? Is there a vision there?
Not really. It's just a voice.
A voice. And does it have an energy? Is there a feeling about it?
Yeah, like it's happy, it's positive, it's go get it, it's come on, I'm gonna drag you if I have to.
Oh, so it's quite energetic, it's got quite a force about it.
Yeah. It's always saying, why haven't you gone to the gym this week? Why haven't you done that this week?
And
I was like, yes, I know.
what's the intention of the angel for you?
It's more to push me forward to make me better rather than bring me back and push me back to the negatives.
And what would it take for you to trust this angel side of you?
I do trust her,
Okay.
but I'm very aware of of I don't know. I'm just very aware
Of
because I'm a very trusting person. But once things happen a few times, the trust goes down a little bit and down a little bit more and then down a little bit more.
So what is needed for you to really trust this safe, resourceful voice inside of you? Because there's something that's not aligning for me here, because you say that you trust it, but yet you don't take its hand and you don't go with it. You stand in front of this block that sits in front of your face. And actually, the one that you're trusting and listening to is the devil.
It's a negative voice.
Well, otherwise we wouldn't be on this call.
True.
So what happens for you as I say that? Like, what comes up for you?
It just means I have to be loyal to the positive voice more than to that negative one. Like every time I think a negative thought, I've got to think 5 more positive thoughts to outweigh that negative one.
See, the beauty of you, Eimer, is you already know. You absolutely know what is best for you. Whether or not you are choosing to go with it, that is the different story. But you do ultimately know, and you're very clear on this positive, negative side of yourself. And you're also very clear on what part you're listening to. And funnily enough, now that you brought, the gym into the space, I always say that listening to the positive sides of ourselves is like building any new muscle. It's like going to the gym, and the first time you pick up those weights, they feel really, really heavy. But the more you go to the gym and the more you pick up those weights, the easier it becomes, and the more comfortable it becomes, and the fitter you become, and the stronger you become. And it is the same with listening to the building your mental strength up as well, and listening to the more positive sides of your mental, emotional being. It takes work, and it takes building, and it takes commitment. And those negative voices will always be there. But what we need to do is build up the positive side so it's louder and it's stronger. And it's pushing you in the direction that you want to go in.
Yeah.
Because wherever we are mentally is where we are physically. Our mental world absolutely creates the reality around us.
Yeah. So I just got to kick into the positive voice every time I hear a negative, kick the negative out and just remember the positives.
Because the negative is not real. The negative is not, it's not who you are at your core. It's not who you want to be. It's not pushing you to be the woman that you want to be and how you want to be managing and experiencing life. It's just not. It is there to keep you small and to hold you back. Whereas the positive sides, which we tend to give very little airtime to, which is amazing really, because that's the side of us that is going to push us into actually what we want.
Yeah.
So, which is why I said at the beginning, where the negative voice is almost like you live that. You and I don't need to go down that road of what the negative voice says and what it looks like and what it does and how it feels, because you live it every single day. You'll be really clear on that. You'll reel a whole host of stuff off to me. But when we start to tap into the positive side, it's an untapped area, right? You're smiling. Why are you smiling? Tell me.
The negative with all the the listing of all the things that are negative, and then the positive, I know I have to rely on the positive more. No, it just made me smile.
And you look happy.
Yeah. I am happy.
Yeah, so what is it about the positive that puts a smile on your face?
Because it's always happy. It's always encouraging rather than putting down. It doesn't put me in a square. Because sometimes that's how I feel, like everyone wants to put you in a square, like a box, like at a postal service, and then push you along. Where the negative, like that would be the negative side, where life isn't a square. It's like it doesn't fit in with anybody else. Like your life and my life are completely different.
Yep.
But we're not squares. Do you get what I'm saying?
I do. And to add on to that, I don't believe that people are trying to put you in a square. I believe that what you're doing is putting yourself into that little box and keeping yourself in a bid to keep yourself safe and not judged and not questioned. But ultimately what it's doing is it's keeping you very small, and you're feeling frustrated, and it's keeping you from actually experiencing who you really are in all your glory, because you put yourself in a box.
Yeah. Yeah. So I shouldn't put myself in a box.
You should definitely not put yourself in a box. But you know that you know. And I get why that can happen, because it feels safe. Because no one can hurt you there. No one can judge you.
Yeah.
No one can talk about you there. No one can make assumptions about you when you're in this box. But here's the thing.
No.
People will do whatever people will do. And we cannot ever control what they think, what they say, and what they do. The only thing that we have total control and power over is who we are, how we want to represent ourselves, and who we want to be. And how people see us then, that is totally up to them. But they're doing it anyway. They'll have assumptions about us. They'll have judgments about us, whether we're in a box or whether we are flying with our angel wings up to the moon. They are going to make assumptions. But the absolute beauty of life is that when you are flying with your angel wings into the sky, free as a bird, you won't care. You just won't care what people are saying, because you are living by who you truly are. And that is what you are meant to be doing.
Okay. Thank you for that.
Oh, you're lovely. Can I just say, you are absolutely lovely. You have such a gentle energy about you, such a pure energy about you, that I can't imagine anyone wanting to say A, a horrible word about you, but B, there's a real simplicity in your heart, and it's very beautiful and very rare.
Thank you.
So I've been talking a lot. So tell me about, like, what's happening for you over there now with all of that being kind of thrown at you.
So I've started at a new company for traffic control. I was doing traffic controlling with other companies before, but this company's my first big company that I've started with, because I'm used to smaller companies. So more people know you for you, where my old boss said this company is more like a numbers company.
Yeah.
Like you're just a number to them. But It's okay. I like it, but I'm big into my health and fitness as well.
Yeah.
And so for now, for the last 4 weeks, I've had to put my gym life on hold.
Okay.
So my gym life is what makes me really happy,
Yeah.
really. And it's like my mind is clear after the gym. Like I can go to the gym full on angry, full on I don't want to be here, and leave the gym and be like, oh, what was I angry about beforehand?
So that's amazing. You have a really, really enormous part of your self-care, which is exercise, physical exercise. It really clears you mentally. Amazing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
what's the question? I feel like there's a question coming up about your new job and physical exercise.
Like I want to be able to keep my exercise and my work. Like I'm still trying to figure out my exercise schedule, how that will fit in with my work schedule, how that will fit into my self-care kind of schedule. Because I go to a chiropractor and I go to the gym, and they're my self-care rituals. I only have 2. I don't have any more than 2. I just have 2.
Okay.
And those two things are my self-care. They're like what as my psychologist said, they're what fills your cup up.
Yeah.
You have to fill your cup up for you,
So
and then you can give it to others.
So what's happened? They've taken a bit of a beating, have they? They've been removed since you've started this new job.
Yeah. The gym's kind of taken a huge beating. That's off the radar at the moment, but I am going back tomorrow.
Okay.
I start back tomorrow after 6 weeks off. I'm not dreading it, but I am dreading it kind of. I can already feel my legs and my arms being sore, and I haven't even been there yet.
So what's the question, Eimer? What is it you want to get clear on around this?
How do I fit my life into my new life? Like before I started this job, I'd go on a Saturday. Well, on a Tuesday, I'd go to, I'd work. Tuesday evening, everybody knew at the job that I had to be gone by a certain time to beeline it straight to the gym to sort of work out. And then they knew the next day I'd be tired, but I'd be 10 times more happier than what they said the day before. So if someone had been angry with me the day before and then I went to the gym, after it'd be forgotten. It'd be like chucked in.
So you've linked this. So that's what I was going to ask you. Can you link this back to the topic that we're talking about, which is how to gain some confidence around what people might think of you and create boundaries with yourself around that? How are the two linked?
People, how are they linked?
Yeah.
They're very linked.
Tell me.
Like me going to the gym,
Yeah.
and me not going to the gym are 2 completely different people.
Got you.
You got like an A person and a B person. Me going to the gym is the A person. Me not going to the gym is.
So it's your angel and your devil again, isn't it?
Yeah.
So the question is, how do you get to the gym whilst you're doing this demanding new job?
Well, tomorrow I plan on going to the gym. That's the plan. I'm not staying back after work. I'm just going to the gym.
Great.
I've already booked my session in because you can pre-book the session. So I've already booked it in. And my plan is tomorrow evening, no matter what happens, at 6:30, I am in the gym at my training session, and I haven't told my coaches I'm coming back yet. And before I was there all the time, like I was like their mascot for the gym. Oh, Eimer's here, it's gonna be okay today. Oh, Eimer's here, it's gonna be okay today. And
So
I haven't been
what you're pointing to, Eimer, it's really interesting that actually, because you haven't been in the 6 weeks and now you've had this situation with you getting caught up in your mental rabbit hole and having this block in front of your face, a lot of it is down to the fact that you haven't done any physical exercise, because you would have cleared that from a physical point of view.
Yeah, I would have been too tired emotionally to, like, after the exercise to leave it be. Like, you know what I mean? It wouldn't have stuck as much.
And you know, when I said before, like, you know exactly about these positives and these negative sides of yourself. Like, you're really clear on that. You're also really clear on the fact that going to the gym is an absolute must in your life, because it's part of your self-care and it keeps your mind clear, it keeps you focused, and it makes you happy. Like, they are not things that you can compromise on. They're just not.
No. So I got to go back to the gym tomorrow. I'm excited about it though.
Yeah.
I'm actually excited. It's like when you go on a holiday, you know, the 2 weeks building up to the holiday, the week before the holiday, you're buying everything, and then the week of the holiday, you're like, okay, only 5 more days till the holiday. Only 5 more days to the plane. Then it gets to 3 days, and you're like, woohoo! Only 3 days more. And then it gets to the day before, and you're like, oh, I can't sleep now. I'm gonna be there tomorrow.
And you know, life is about feeling alive and being excited.
Yeah.
And if something as simple as being in the gym allows that for you, then that is an absolute must. So you're really clear on that. So actually what I would like to, because we've got a few minutes left, so I would like to get just really clear on the situation with the party, with these girls talking, and where you're at now, what's become clearer, if anything, and what you want to create for yourself around this.
The situation is that I need to go back to the gym and do some physical exercise every week.
Yes.
At least once, 2 or 3 times a week, as much as I can manage in a week. Even if it's just twice a week, that's okay.
Okay. So do you want to, let's create an accountability around this. And that's the beauty of having a coach in life, that you're accountable to somebody. Which means that if you're going to, what accountability are you setting for this week? How many times are you going to go to the gym?
This week I'm only going tomorrow.
Okay. Can you fit in another
one? I'm just going to start with one session once a week for a few weeks, and then I'm going to build on it to 2 sessions a week. Okay. And then maybe, if I'm lucky, I might add on 3 sessions a week.
And I want you to keep me posted on that, on how you're getting on with the building. Yeah? I
will.
Great. So, okay, so the first thing that's become clearer is that you absolutely have to be doing physical exercise. What else has become clearer, if anything, in terms of this block?
I just have to ignore the negative. For every negative what if, I've got to come up with 5. This is what's happened. This is the reality. Oh no. Yeah. This is 5 positives for every 1 negative. So if I say, oh, I'm too tired, if I give an excuse, well, after going to the gym makes you happy. It keeps you focused. It doesn't drain your energy.
Beautiful.
You have people that care for you there, and it's good to keep you fit and healthy. It's good for your health.
And then what happens to that negative voice once you've got your 5 positives?
It gets away.
Gone, right?
Right.
So give me the 5 positives to this situation at the party.
I'm new to the company. Their opinions don't matter that much to me. They don't know me that well.
At all. Yes.
at all. Their assumptions are just assumptions. Everybody can assume anything, but it doesn't, it's not who I am.
Yeah, lovely. I love that. Yeah.
And I'm going to grow more confident as a person because I'm in a new environment. I can be whatever I want to be in this company, and I'm going to get, like, I don't know, I'm going to be a bit, like, I will learn new skills. So it doesn't matter what anybody thinks. My level might not be the same as their level, but that doesn't matter because I'm learning every day.
Wow. And how do you feel about the situation now from this perspective?
The block's gone.
And what's there in its place? The block's gone. What's now there?
Positive. Just positive. It's a clear path to what I have to do now.
Beautiful. You have a clear path.
Yeah.
And just say a little bit more about this path.
It's going to the gym. It's not worrying about what other people say. It's listening to who I am more than to what who I think I have to be or who I think I am. It's not allowing others' opinions disrupt my opinion of what I think of myself.
Can I tell you what's coming?
And I can listen. Yes.
No, sorry. Go on.
And I can listen to what other people say, but I don't have to shout it to myself, back at myself. I can just listen and take it in, but not do anything about it. It doesn't matter.
You're amazing. I mean, you're amazing. And if you stay on this path, like,
Yeah.
that's your path. That is just the path that you are meant to be walking on. What I was going to say before was it's speaking to me as like the path of truth. It's the path of your truth.
Yeah.
And that block just keeps you so stuck.
No longer there.
The path of truth.
Yeah.
What does that mean for you?
It means not worrying about other people's opinion. Where I stand is where I stand, and I can move forward, but I don't have to move backwards. I just keep moving forward a little bit each day.
Beautiful. What an amazing young woman you are. I mean,
Thank you.
really inspiring and brave and honest and resilient. Really. A beautiful.
Thank you.
And how can we keep you on this path of truth? How can we keep you there?
Go to the gym.
Yes, great. Yes.
Surround myself with positive people. Don't let other people's problems affect me.
And I feel like there needs to be like a little mantra for yourself to really anchor this moment. What is it you need to say to yourself in order to keep you on this path moving forward?
Mantra. I am powerful just as me.
Well, that is very true. I am powerful just as me.
Yeah.
Amazing. Thank you so much for being here today and for bringing your absolute, most honest, truthful self. And
Thank you.
the angelic side of you has wings.
Thank you.
Anything you need to say to complete this call?
No, I don't think so.
Eimer, you're an inspiration.
Just thank you for having me.
My pleasure.
Bye.
Isn't she just wonderful? I fell head over heels in love with Eimer, and the way her energy and her disposition and just her gentleness and her openness and her honesty. I think she's a remarkable young lady. And I absolutely love talking to her. If you are interested in having some coaching with me, then please email me, nicole@nicolegoodman.co.uk. And I really, truly hope to hear from you soon. And please stay tuned for next week's coaching series.